Thank you for staying with us. You tuned in to the stock game on ET Now.
Well, as always, let's first give you a glimpse as to what the stock game is all about and how exactly it's played. We get 3 experts on board every week. They join us from Monday up until Friday. We give them a notional amount of 5 lakh rupees. With this money, they allocated in a total of 4 stocks. They're allowed to choose only 1 stock from the F&O space. If a target or stop loss is triggered, they replace those stocks with a new one. If there's a sell call in the cash market, that too is replaced by a new stock for the next trading session. It's on Friday that we'll tally up who has the strongest portfolio, who has made the maximum amount of gains, and that person will be the winner of the stock game. Time to then bring on board our 3 experts who will be joining in on the show. Pankaj Jain, Director Suntex WealthMax, now joins in on the show. Siddhartha Chatterjee of Trustland Securities, and finally Rohit Shinde, CEO at MarketMemories.com, and they're going to fight it out to be the winner. All the very best of luck, gentlemen. Pankaj, I'm going to start off with you. It's a pretty tricky day if you're a bull, and given that you seem to have hedged your portfolio, it's 2 buys and 2 sells for day 2.
Yeah, good morning to all. You're absolutely right. Yesterday it was a pretty rough and volatile day, and we closed below 5366, and that was the Nifty cash level we were looking at. And once Nifty broke those levels, I think on a short-term basis, we could have some signs of bearish trends for next couple of days. So taking that into consideration and taking the fact into consideration, some of the sectors like real estate and metals and PSU banking space, these have been serious laggards for last few weeks. We have sort of hedged our portfolio because it's again a tricky day. You never know whether it will be minus 20 or plus 20 by end of the day. But as the things stand, I think market is struggling and could struggle for a day or two. So taking that into consideration, as per the rules of the game, I had to carry forward 1 trade. I have carried forward IPCA Lab because I consider pharmaceutical space to be a stronger space with the stop loss at 412, target of 427. Ranbaxy is my new pick. I believe the stock is showing pretty good positive momentum with stop loss at 545, target price of 565 for the day. My third call is a short call. It's a 50-50 call today, two buys, 2 sells. India Bull Real Estate, this stock has been showing weakness, and real estate counters have been showing weakness with stop loss at 47.55, target of 45.05 for the day. And final call is a short call on PSU banking space. PSU banking space has been one of the weakest space in last 1 month. Canara Bank has been my pick for the day with stop loss at 329 and target price of 317 for the day.
All right, so 50-50 portfolio coming in from Pankaj, 2 buy and 2 sell calls. Siddharth, you had a very bullish portfolio yesterday, but you also seem to be opting for a similar strategy like Pankaj.
No, in the sense that when you see a closing as it happened yesterday, you tend to get worried about where to hide if you want to play bull. I chose to be into a pharma and an FMCG to hide for playing the bull part of it. So I chose to buy an ITC future and a Dishman in the cash segment. ITC with a stop of 264 and a target of 268.5, and a Dishman with a stop of 98 and a target of 104.40. So in such situation of the market, when you have basically a pattern breakdown in the indices, especially the bank Nifty has really tanked, and there seems to be a very concerted effort to short and go really hardly short on private sector banks. So I chose to go short on an Axis Bank with a stop of 1048 and a target of 1022. SBI I chose because below 1860 SBI is a sell. It doesn't matter what happens during the day, but as long as SBI is below 1860, I thought it was a short candidate. So I also chose to short SBI with 1862 stop in the cash segment for a target of 1822.
Okay, that's a word on Siddhartha Chatterjee's portfolio. Rohit, you're being a brave man. You've gone long on all 4 stocks.
Yeah, good morning, Awan. Good morning, Kamya. Good morning, viewers. Well, Awan, you're right. I am trying to stick my neck out, and going positive for this day also. The major reason being, Awan, 30, like the level of this 53.30, 53.70, the Nifty, I think, would be just consolidating in this range, for a day or two, but ultimately I'm finding strength in the markets, They would definitely go up, I would feel like, because it is still holding on to these levels. It's not breaking down anywhere as of yet. So we can expect this consolidation. That's still I've gone for strength, Unfortunately, I got stopped out on the Grasim futures, but still I am pretty positive on it. I've recommended a long on Shree Cement, Apollo Tyres and Himmat Singh. So let's see how the day pans out.
Okay, that's what Rohit Shinde's portfolio looks like on day 2. A quick glance at the calculator will reveal who is in the money and who isn't. We'll start off with Pankaj Jain. For today, remember, it's 2 long calls, 2 short. His target price has already been achieved on one of them. That's on a Canara Bank. And all in all, he is sitting on a loss, though, which has been triggered, I think, by Ranbaxy as well as yesterday's losses. So it's a 0.5% off, very marginal at just about 2,000 rupees for Pankaj Jain. To Siddhartha Chatterjee then, SBI is a bit of a soft spot, but target achieved on Dishman as well as Axis, a 0.5% gain, so it's 2,900 rupees in the green for him. Rohit Shinde has been very brave today, but it's not working out greatly for him. He's been stopped out on Grasim Industries. You've also got Apollo Tyres in the red, but all in all, it's a 1.5% gain, 8,600 rupees, so continuing to maintain the leading spot. Nailing it down to individual stock ideas, IPCA Laboratories, that's what you've retained from yesterday, Pankaj. I think that sound signals that we've lost the line. We'll come back to Pankaj in just a short while from now. But talking about defenses, Siddhartha, it's Dishman Pharma that you've gone bullish on.
Dishman Pharma, the technical look by yesterday's closing beyond 101 was kind of pointed towards further uptrend. This could be a new bull stock with volume expansion, and we have all the right technicals to support bullish movement in this stock, and so I chose to be long on this stock. I've ignored the fundamentals because I've not gone into the fundamentals. I think going forward, as long as you can buy on dips, this stock would always give you a higher price to exit, and master stop should be kept somewhere around 94, 95.
Right.
Going forward, it could touch about 113 to 115.
All right, Rohit, let's discuss your first pick. That's the Shree Cement. Your target has already been achieved on that one. Do you think you should have placed a higher target price for that?
Yeah, actually, Kamya, I would feel, the stock is pretty strong. Like, if you see the ADX on the daily charts, it's around 25 levels. That's pretty strong, And like even you see the RSI also, around 50 levels, very good strength. Definitely, I should have kept a higher target, but then still those who are interested in the stock can hold on to it. Look for a target of approximately 36.30 to 36.50.
Okay, that's a pretty strong outperformer. In the last 3 months, notched up a good 35%, working well in Rohit Shinde's favor, higher by % as we speak. Pankaj Jain is back with us on the phone line. Pankaj, unfortunately, you couldn't walk us through your first pick. So let's take the first two. It's defenses that you're betting on, IPCA Laboratories and Ranbaxy Futures.
Right, Aman. As per the rules of the game, I had to carry forward one of the stocks out of IPCA and MTNL. And MTNL, I thought, was just seeing a bit of profit booking towards the end of the day. IPCA was standing tall. So, and not to forget that I, along with the market, I'm pretty bullish on pharmaceutical stock, the kind of accumulation we've seen in this stock. So IPCA was my chosen stock with some fresh stop loss and target. And the kind of behavior IPCA has shown from 270, 280 levels to about 410 levels in last 4-5 months, consistently trading above 20 DMA, and even the results have been pretty okay. Domestic operations have done pretty well. So IPCA was the chosen stock. The second stock, Ranbaxy. Again, pharmaceutical story, strong pharmaceutical story. And though quarter one results were not all that exciting, and we had seen a small dip in the stock, post-result stock went down from 515 to about 490, 485. But I think Ranbaxy has a sort of potential multi-bagger tendencies, and I think the things are falling at right places, and basically it has been resolving its issues with US FDA. So taking that into consideration, with a stop loss at 545, target of 565, and on a medium-term basis, we believe that Ranbaxy is heading to levels closer to 600 rupees.
All right, so that's the rationale coming in on IPCA as well as Ranbaxy. Siddharth, let's discuss your second pick, a buy call coming in on ITC Future. What's your reading on the charts?
Interestingly, the reason could be that there has been a bit of downgrade in ITC by couple of brokerage houses, including the foreign institutional investors, in terms of their predicting prices to come down. And having seen that report, and I found the behavior of the ITC contrary to every belief is quite strong, and technically also it's holding all kinds of, I mean, it's a positive divergence on the stock price compared to the market. So I thought I chose to buy the stock futures, and maybe we could hit a target close to what I said, about 268.5. Nevertheless, once it crosses 272, ITC could see higher highs. So that's another part. Once it happens, we will obviously recommend that. But for today, I thought with a stop of 264, let's play the game on the bull side.
August futures have by just about 0.6%. Siddhartha Chatterjee betting on it. Apollo Tyres, it's been in the limelight after the rubber prices have softened. At 95, would you be a buyer, Rohit?
Yeah, definitely I would be a buyer. It made a high of 96 today. The target is 97.10. The ADX at 30 shows a kind of a trend assuming very soon, One should not look at the daily charts. The weekly charts are showing a lot of strength, The volumes also pretty good. So I can see a target of 105. So let's see how it pans out in the rest of the day.
All right, with that, let's slip into a short break on the stock game, but we'll be discussing the other two picks on the other side.